Hey, Archie Boy, Hollywood Ghost here. Welcome back to a new episode of the podcast to Open Sounds with Hollywood Ghosts. Go ahead, please like and subscribe to the channel. Helps out a lot. And let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm not gonna spend too much on the intro, but I do want to say at least one or two things. Most stuff is probably just one thing now because the other stuff is really important for other topics that I have coming up and other things that I really have for the main channel and what's important is going to be picking up soon, so I won't be able to record much episodes of the podcast. Uh, One thing I will say is that the podcast is going to move a little slower than I thought because I have these new songs I'm working on, including what I have for this EP that I'm trying to record and set up so I could get this done before October. And I have like 2 months left now to get this done. So I got to make a move and I'm going to be focusing on that. The first thing I will say for this episode of the podcast, we're going to go ahead and talk about all the things I already said so far in the last episode, but we're going to kind of emphasize a bit more on what's going to be a bit different because a lot of things that I have coming soon, they're not just like normal projects or like normal things, but they're kind of like in a better way. I always say that, but I never really emphasize or make it clear of what it's going to be better towards. It's going to be better. What I'm trying to say is it's going to be better on my side because the podcast will kind of emphasize the other sides of it, and all the things that I normally would, add on to it will kind of get to interact with it more and kind of check out the other beats and stuff like that. I have the other beat. I just uploaded it today. It's June 3rd that I'm recording this episode. I went ahead and uploaded Summer Clouds beat on the beat channel. It will be out soon. I just have to work on the other episode of the podcast, and I should be able to get that out. So then when I do release that beat, I have another one already in hand. So that won't be an issue because, like I said, on that part of the channel, we will be focusing on the podcast a bit more the other way. But I do have more beats to be worked on because I have one beat I'm working on from the scratch, from the ground up, and the other beat is just like another preset beat that I'm just gonna alter in a way. So the beats that you see here on the channel, they're just beats that are just with the preset templates that I kind of mess around with. And I like to experiment with them because then I'll add my own touch of flair to it. I just don't know how to use some of the plugins, and that's one thing I want to learn. So I kind of did a few things for the other beats that I did wanted to work on, and I did think of like what I should do next. And you clearly could see the Cyberpunk Sunset beat that has no banks and with the banks right here on the channel. This beat here and this one here are just basically the two beats that are basically, the ones that I had used the preset. Same thing with all of these. From this one going up to Cyberpunk Sunset is basically the ones with the preset beats. So you guys can see that they are worth listening to. These are not beats I feel like you would rap on or use in some degree, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do. And a couple people do like the beats I make here on the beat channel because someone like this beat here, City Dreams, that I did a couple months ago, and I see some people actually liking the beats or the podcast stuff here on the beat channel. So I will kind of make it a bit more open and a bit more different. So soon you will see more beats than podcast episodes, but I do have other insights of other things that I do have planned coming soon, and a lot of things that you guys would kind of understand why the podcast is the way it is. It's because that it's me just trying to give you a little, future updates for what's to come, and I try to make the podcast more interesting because everything that I do is more relating towards all my new music that I'm trying to work on. Yes, I haven't released much music in a couple years, but it's only for reasonings why I have done that because I've been so focused on my personal life and other things that I have to do with my everyday to day stuff that's really important for me as a content creator outside of my life. I have to live, my way and do what I want for me that makes me happy. So One of the things I will say outside of that is everything that I do keep personal, I try not to let it stay personal. Not stay personal is more of like, if I do something, I don't want to seem like a idiot for saying it out loud or doing it out loud when it should have been something personal. But it's not really that kind of thing, because every time or every way that I make something, it's in favor for other people. So when I make content, don't think that I'm trying to do it to be somebody or like, act like somebody else or whatever. And I did touch on this in the first episode of the podcast, getting to know me. And I think I did explain a bit more of it in episode 2, but this is just me, talking about the other side of that feeling. So I don't want you guys to sit here and think that I'm basically acting like I'm like Logic or like NF or John Bellion and stuff like that. So I don't want you guys to always think that I'm really trying to, not be the person I'm trying to be. So as I do my music, all the new songs that I'm working on, they're coming from a place where I had worked towards, and now I'm trying to emphasize on the work that I made leading up to the change where I am now. Because, like I said, the personal stuff, I do want to share some of it, but not all of it. The other personal stuff that I could consider personal, but it's not, I just keep it close to me because it's special for me or makes me feel happy. So I don't want to share it as much. I'm still that kind of person that keeps things close to the vest for a reason. So with all the new music and everything that I got going on right now, it's really important for you guys to give me the time and the space to work on the content. But yet again, I'm also a small tuber on both sides. So basically, everything that I'm trying to do leads up to being a better version of myself. So you have to give me credit for not trying to overdo the content or make it bad or any way like that. So I have a lot of things that are important for me, and hopefully that all the other stuff that I will work towards will be better, because I just want you guys to know that all the other songs that I've been saving for years since 2019, 2020, 2021 and leading on, or a few songs that I haven't even touched on since 2017 or 18, I haven't gone back to. I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring those songs and I'm not wanting to record them or, write them. Especially like one of the songs with Joyner, the song ADHD. I wrote a special song based off of that, and I want to really, go back to finishing it and hopefully plan to release it in the near future. But every time I get a new inspiration, I never get a chance to go back. So I'm constantly being inspired, and I never get the chance to really, focus on the right song. So even if it's a song about me being sad, or a song about life, a song about death, a song about resurrection, the song about key concepts of my life, I just really want one of those songs to kind of, be the forefront for another change. So if I do go back to it, like the ones I have based off of Logic, from Everybody Mixtape, Incredible True Story, or Under Pressure, I could, look back on that song and be like, okay, I remember that feeling that I remember when I was trying to write that song. I can now, bring that feeling back to some degree, but enough that won't really affect the new inspirations and motivations that's towards everything. So hopefully when you guys do hear these new songs, when I do try to get them out, you guys will understand that these songs are not bad. They're not hurtful or anything. They're just songs that really took years to get to. Even though it was an old song, it's still important to me because those songs, I wrote them on my phone or in my rap book, which I've been trying to go back to writing physically on paper, but I'm just so used to writing my songs on my phone now or on my computer. So I'm like used to writing my music that way. I just haven't gone back to kicking it old school and writing songs with the pad and the pen, kind of thing. Um, the next thing I want to move on to, because I don't want to make this part too long. So I want to make this like a 15-20 minute episode of the podcast, not like a normal 30-40 minute mark. Because this one is not really as important as all the other episodes, because I don't have much to go off of right now, because I'm so busy physically working on the music. Like I said, I've been writing so many songs, and I've been trying to get this EP done for you guys on the main channel. So uh, doing the podcast right now doesn't really mean I have to talk about music, because I did say when I made the Open Sounds podcast, I wanted to talk about things that I liked or things that are for me, not personal stuff, but I want to let you guys just know other things outside of music and what's, like BTS stuff behind the music, and just to kind of really, relax myself in the studio as I'm doing the podcast. Uh, the first thing I will say that I kind of went ahead and did after I bought some stuff for my new studio equipment. I just bought a 14 terabyte hard drive for the studio computer. So now I can save all my content and clean my phone and clean the other studio computer and the other B-Link mini PC. I could clean both computers and my phone and keep everything organized now because I have a 14 terabyte hard drive. So like I said, as a content creator, I have, like, over the years, you don't know how much music I downloaded and how much vids, like clips from YouTube I downloaded from, like, ytdownloader.com or something like that. Like, I downloaded so many vids and music videos and stuff like that over the years, and live streams and movies or TV shows. I can't really be saying that because that's like pirating movies and TV shows. But I downloaded so many over the years on and I downloaded so many concept art, like wallpapers and stuff like that. Like gaming wallpapers that the developers make and stuff like that. I had saved so many over the years, and I have so many car pictures and stuff like that on my computer. It's like crazy. So I have so much to get inspired by, and like screenshots from Instagram and like Twitter and stuff like that I have on my phone, and I just want to clean everything off and just put it on there. So I know I have an issue. I save a lot of files, but it's really because, like I said, I get inspired and motivated if I see something cool on Instagram or Twitter. I want to, like, look something up or like try to get an idea of what I could do that won't make me seem like I'm copywriting anybody or anything. But that's the whole point of being inspired and motivated. I just see something I like, I gotta jump on it. I hear something, I gotta jump on it. If I get this feeling from looking at something, I gotta jump on it. So and that's kind of how I've been for years with my music. That's why you see I'm just jumping from song to song when I make all these concept songs from people I look up to. So that's why I said, for example, with the song based off of Joyner's song ADHD, that song that I want to work on, it's been years since I came up with the concept when I first heard the song back in 2019, and it took me like 3 years just to write the first verse. That's how you know it's been like a crazy ride, because to feel inspired or motivated to write that song, it's not as simple. Plus, also, it's a deep personal song because it's really reflecting my physical disability or how I am as a person. And it's a scary, sad song. So, song like that, I can't really just, pick up my phone, pick up my iPhone and be like, oh, let me go ahead and sit here in the studio and write this song and write this verse out. Like, I can't do that. If it's a song like that, I have to really take time and sit down, get my ideas and my feelings aligned and my thoughts in a particular position, and then write certain words carefully, because I'm not just talking from myself in the third person or second person format. I'm thinking of people that would listen to the song. So I'm writing it as the person that's like you, the listener, would listen to the song on iTunes or Spotify or SoundCloud or the channel, and you would feel the same feeling I would feel because I talked about something that really connected with you as the fan to understand. So doing a song like that really hurts, and other things that I know won't be as simple as like just writing a regular song like I'm doing right now with, Logic, or with NF, or with John Bellion and stuff like that, or G Easy, you know what I mean? So it's not like I could just pick up a song, get inspired or motivated, and write that and then just release it, because it would hurt my heart knowing that I didn't put my all into it, and I gave you a half finished song, that, or half done crappy song that didn't really have full emotions into it. So that's the point why some of these other heavier songs that I have, that I've been keeping away and as a secret for years, and I haven't been releasing them because I've been so focused on writing the new stuff, the new songs I feel inspired by, and I never get to go back to the old feelings because they were really critical songs that speak on things that a lot of people don't really talk about. And like I said before in another episode, I had said that a lot of people don't like to talk about certain things in the high life. And that's one of the things that I want to change. And I want to change certain things that people don't talk about on socials or Twitter and stuff like that, and Instagram, and you know what I mean, the whole thing. So I just want people to understand that I'm just trying my best from my POV as a content creator slash concept creator, as a YouTuber, to create all of this. So you guys could look back at it and be like, okay, I understand what Ghost was talking about. Oh, I understand what Rohan was talking about in his podcast or in his song, or when he was explaining this when he was playing his gameplay walkthrough or live stream. He said something that really mattered. You know what I mean? So you can't really take everything I say to heart, but then again, you you have to understand that I'm trying to really give you the moments that matter, you know? So I don't want to say like if I do this, it's a bad thing. If I do that, it's a good thing. Do this to improve your life. Do this to not avoid these bad mistakes or situations in your life, because everybody's life is different. Everybody's moments is different. So one other thing I will say on that before we move on is everything that I will try to improve on has been a bit easier for me because now I'm doing things I never done before. And now that I'm grown a certain way, it feels so weird, but it feels good in a good way. I kind of guess that's how it would feel. Because it's a weird feeling because I'm doing three things that I never done before. One thing is with my outfits. Like my whole closet is now re-changed or rebrand. Like I got certain new outfits and I feel weird wearing them, but I feel okay. And the next thing is also as well like something that's part of being a grown up. I'm doing some things. I'm doing two things actually. One for my mom. I'm helping her out with certain things, and I'm doing something for myself that I never done before, and it's a whole new feeling, you know. And on top of that, like I said, with also the other personal things that I don't want to make personal, but I guess is not as much. It's like basically I'm understanding what to do now with my life. I got other key things about myself aligned and in order. Now I know what I want to do and I know what I'm trying to do. It's still the same thing I've been doing for years, but now I'm able to emphasize on it in a big major way. And that's really the big change for everything and for like the rest of parts of my life. The rest and the parts of my life is what I'm trying to say. So um that's that. But yeah, also as well, when I got the new studio equipment in the mail, I also went ahead and got new Bluetooth wireless speakers for the TV in the living room. So we're gonna have good surround sound and everything for the living room. I'm glad that I got it. Now I just gotta get the other two speakers and I should be good. Um, and then I still gotta get my Xbox Series S, of course, because I'm an Xbox fan. So you just gotta get one more game system so I could tie in the whole Xbox family, you know. Because like I said on my gaming channel, I do all the gameplay walkthroughs mostly through the Xbox Series X. I might do a gameplay walkthrough through the Xbox One, but I don't know how that's gonna go. But I really have like three Xboxes right now, so getting one more won't hurt. And actually, like I said, I pay Xbox Game Pass every 6 months. Excuse me. So I basically have like over 100 something games already, plus Xbox Game Pass, because I collected a lot of games and I bought a lot of games on Xbox I download. So it's basically simpler that way to just have the Xbox Series S to expand the Xbox eco family and just have fun. Have fun with my mom and have game night with the fam and stuff like that. It's really important to me that we do that. So that's that. And then I also went ahead and got Cat 4, Brave New World, the movie, the collect edition on DVD, the Steelbook 4K Ultra version. And I'm telling you, after I watched Cat 4, it was so dope. I'm telling you, I don't get why the critics gave it 48% rating on Rotten Tomato. The movie was dope. I understand there was little things that some things didn't make sense in the movie, but other stuff did make sense and did point out a lot of big things. It wasn't a flop. It wasn't a flop in the MCU. I'm telling you right now, Cat 4 is the best Cat movie next to Cat 2 Winter Soldier. So Cat 1, First Avenger, it's not on my list like that. You have Cat 2 Winter Soldier. That's the number one, movie for me. Then the second movie is Cat 4 Brave New World. And then you have Black Widow as my third favorite movie. Then no, You have Cap 2 Winter Soldier. Then you have Shang-Chi The Legend of the Ten Rings. Then you have Cat 4 Brave New World. Then Black Widow. So those are 4 of my favorite top MCU movies. Then you have Eternals. That's number 5. And then you have Age of Ultron, the second one. A2. And then you have A4. Endgame is my 7th favorite MCU movie. Thor 3. Oh, not Thor 3. That's Ragnarok. That's my favorite Thor movie in the whole MCU. You have Iron Man 3, my favorite. I don't care much for Iron Man 1 and 2. But I'm just saying, those are 9 movies so far. Why not make a 10th one? Dang, I'm trying to think what's the 10th movie in the MCU I like. Can't be Ant-Man 2 and the Wasp. I would say... No, I don't want to say... what do you call it movie? Spider-Man. Because I don't like Spider-Man. Why not? I want to say Venom. Because it is in the MCU, but it's from Sony's side. But I will say Venom... Venom 1 is my favorite. I think Venom 1 or Venom 3, The Last Dance, is my favorite. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. Actually, no, Venom 2 actually is my favorite, actually. I would say. But with Cletus, or what's his face? I can't remember his name. Woody Harrelson that's supposed to be Cletus or whatever in Venom 2. He's like him and his girlfriend that's supposed to be in the movie The Scream. I didn't like that mix up. It was just weird to me. But yet again, it was my favorite because I did like the fact of Carnage and Venom that way. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it that for the 10th movie that's like my top favorite MCU movies. But outside of that, I mean, like a lot of things changed in the MCU over the years. But like I said, I don't want to go off the rails too much. But that's the whole point of the podcast. It's just for me to talk and have fun and be myself and talk about anything and stuff like that. I will have another beat ready for you guys, like I said earlier, after I record the next episode of the podcast, episode 7. There should be 2 more beats set to be saved. It might be preset beats that I use to make them, or I try to see if I can make a beat from the ground up. But it would be like a short 50-second clip of a beat, because that, like I said, I'm learning how to make the beats longer instead of being a 1 minute 58-second beat. I want it to make like a 2 minute 3 minute long beat for someone to rap on or sing on. But like I said, that's kind of hard for me to do. So yeah, but the next episode that's coming out is episode 5. That will be on June 4th. That's tomorrow. That's Wednesday, and then the beat will be Summer Clouds. That will come out sometime during the weekend or next week in June. And then next week, I would say, let me see, probably like around June 11th, June 12th, I'll probably work on the next 2 beats if I'm not working next week, Wednesday or Thursday, at my day job, my day 9 to 5 job. So I could find the time and the energy to sit down and work on 2 beats from the ground up, maybe. So that will be the next important thing that I will have coming soon. So you guys will get some insight to like the next podcast or the next beat and everything like that. So it will be fun, and I will have some new stuff coming soon. So don't worry, there will be new beats and episodes for the podcast. They're just going to kind of have to slow down for a bit because, like I said, I'm busy working on this EP and these songs for you guys for the channel. So hopefully you guys will love that. And yeah, it's your boy Hollywood Ghost. Thank y'all for watching this podcast episode or listening to it here on the channel. I'll see you guys on the gaming channel. And I will be doing a live stream probably, I think, June 9th. So that's probably a Monday if I look back at the calendar. But June 9th, I will be doing a Sekiro Shadow Die Twice or Shiriko Shadow Die Twice gameplay walkthrough. Getting to attack power level 99 or level 100. So I want to finish that out, and I want to play that game for fun because I miss playing it over the years, And I just finished the gameplay walkthrough for that, so you guys could go ahead and check that out on the gaming channel. And yeah, it's your boy Hollywood Ghost, the YouTube rapper on the main channel, Suwong Music. Also, I just added the link to the song Lady of Death, so you guys could go ahead and buy the song for $1.29 on iTunes, or you could go ahead and listen to the song on Spotify. Just type in Hollywood Ghost Lady of Death song and it will come up. But I'm going to put the link in the description box down below, so you guys can click on the link to buy the song from here in the podcast, or you guys can go to the main channel and check out all my music there and click on the link to buy it there. But yeah, it's your boy Hollywood Ghost again for the final time. I see you guys in the next episode of the podcast with Open Sounds with Hollywood Ghost, and I see you guys later.